St. Patrick, it started off, he was born in Britain. He was kidnapped at the age of 16. He was sold to an Irish priest. He worked as a shepherd for that priest. Eventually, he did make his way back to England. He was in slavery for about 6 years. He came back to Ireland later in life to spread the word of Christianity. And that was when he made the claims that he drove the snakes out of Ireland. No historical evidence whatsoever that snakes have ever existed on that island. The Irish Catholic people celebrated because they're the ones who support patron saints. With the Irish Catholics, they supported it by wearing green on that day, so green clothing. And then it eventually transformed into just wearing a clover or one small green thing. I'm not sure where the pinching started. So it seems like a silly tradition, the whole pinching, the parades and everything. That did start in America. In fact, corned beef and cabbage was an American thing too. It used to be ham and cabbage back in Ireland. It was changed to corned beef only because a lot of the immigrants who came over from Ireland during the potato famine were kind of destitute. Corned beef was actually way cheaper than ham. It became more of a tradition to do the corned beef, and that was, again, started in America. With the parade, the group of guys just traveling from bar to bar became sort of a parade. In fact, that parade has been existent ever since that point. That parade has existed until last year. Last year was the first time the St. Patrick's Day parade was ever canceled for any reason. My name is Shannon, as Irish as you can get, and I work in the recruiting department for Meadowlark. I did marry a trucker, so I knew a lot more about local trucking than I did about over-the-road trucking. So I have learned so much about over-the-road that my husband is now put to shame. St. Patrick's Day has become more of an American thing and mostly about drinking. I get worried, especially about our truckers, because the people in the little cars that have been out drinking the green beer and having the best time ever forget that you guys are so much bigger than them. And I'm scared on St. Patrick's Day because so many people go out and they drink heavily beyond their means. They've reached a point where they didn't know when to stop. Because of the drinking and driving, my daughter lost her first friend to drinking and driving at 4. He would draw and color and cut out a brand new heart for my daughter in preschool every day. And it was so sweet and it was so cute. And then this little boy, this little Iron Man fan was just gone so fast. And he was just so tiny and it's just not right. So again, sensitive about the drinking and driving. I'm sorry, don't let the crying be on the thing.